Well, welcome. Welcome to Bridgewater State University. I know that many of us in this room who dreamt about this moment have to be honest, and I will be honest and tell you that I was not sure that it would happen. So to be here today and to be Bridgewater State University and all that that means for us is just a moment in history that I think we're all living and that none of us will ever forget. This is the 171st opening day of this institution, and as Brian said, it really is the first opening day for Bridgewater State University. The state of this institution is stronger than it's ever been, I believe, in its history. We are tremendously well positioned in so many ways for so many things. The wonderful opportunities and pride that comes with university status, and I think the opportunities that we will realize will unfold for us over the coming year and years, and we will continue to work on many things that have now become available to us and within our reach with this current change. We have put in place what I believe to be a bold and very pronounced, strong strategic plan that is a model for all of public higher education. I must tell you that that plan is now being used to develop plans in many other places. It is a very well developed strategic plan with a clear sense and vision for the future. The remarkable demand, student demand, marked by an enrollment, by the way, as of this morning, is 11,063 students, is just incredible. The demand continues to rise for Bridgewater education, and I can only believe that with this most recent change to university status, that will only increase. We have continued an aggressive campaign of hiring faculty, of protecting our academic programs in the core of the institution, bolstering faculty development programs, and each of which is without parallel in today's economic climate. We have the maturity of an administrative team that is seasoned, highly collegial, and relentless in its pursuit of excellence. We have the creation of 2 new schools and the major investment we will continue to make in all 5 schools. We have a program of construction, renovation, and renewal that is unlike any currently happening at any institution, public or private, anywhere in Massachusetts. If you take a moment today to take a tour of the campus, you'll see what I'm talking about. Almost every corner of this campus, there's new construction, renovation going on, all focused on creating the optimum environment for teaching and learning. So make no mistake, this is a remarkable set of accomplishments, and we should be very proud. Each and every one of you has made these things happen. Each of you has been responsible for the transformation of this institution. It is your sweat, your determination, focus, and vision that has really propelled us to this incredibly wonderful place. But these things should not be seen as destinations, an end to so many beginnings. Rather, they serve as the foundation upon which we must build something of a much deeper and profound sense of purpose. These things do not satisfy our appetite, but should make us hungrier to achieve more. They do not give us occasion to rest on the laurels of what we have done, but really should ignite our passions so they may shine with an even brighter brilliance. And they do not make us comfortable or complacent with a sense of security and insulation, but more clearly illuminate those questions that can and must haunt us. Who are we serving and who are we leaving behind? What difference are we really making in the lives of others? How far should our reach extend in living our ethic of service? How are we transforming teaching, learning, scholarship, and research into a mode of action? How do we demonstrate that we care about our colleagues, our fellow citizens, and our global community? Without question, there are also some big questions germane solely to the inner workings of our institution. How do we continue to strengthen our academic areas and foster a true sense of interdisciplinarity? How do we best optimize the balance between the size of our institution, our overarching commitment, and our overarching commitment to quality and excellence? How do we finally come to terms with the enormous scope of our enterprise while maintaining the personal touch and sense of family? Finally, how do we work smarter, more efficiently, and more sustainably as the demands on our time and energy only multiply with each passing day? Big questions for sure, but all with answers that are already well within our reach. We shouldn't be surprised. Because of you, this institution runs very well. You all do your jobs with exceptional skill and poise. You make this place hum right along and be repeatedly lauded as the crown jewel of public higher education in the Commonwealth. As your chief executive, I could not ask for a better team to lead. From vice president to maintainer, from staff assistant to full professor, I put the people of Bridgewater State University up against those of any institution, anywhere, at any time. But we know that ours is not just a collection of jobs, an array of duties and responsibilities to be performed, an assortment of careers and titles to be cultivated. We are all here for a higher purpose. Our motto clearly spells that out. The expectations that are upon each and every one of us, not to be ministered unto, but to minister. We know these words. We hear them often. They're imprinted on the diplomas we award and in the signs we hang. Many of us even recognize that their origin is found in Scripture. And we heed their message irrespective of any particular sense of religion or faith. Their words are about the connectedness of humanity, about how when we strip away everything else, all of the creative creature comforts, all of the material possessions, all of the symbols of status, what makes us uniquely human is the bond between the one and the many. Coupled with those words in Scripture in a declaration of the highest calling of our existence is really to give our lives as a ransom for many. This is how we begin to answer such profound questions. Why are we here, and what is it that we are really all about? All that we build, all that we strive to accomplish, all that we know and all that we say, all of what we think, discuss, and feel, all of the lessons we learn and wisdom we gather, all of the new lives we help forge, and all of the satisfaction we feel in doing so, none of it matters if that tremendous energy is not transformed into action. If we do not step up and answer the call to better our world and shape it into a more just and equitable place. If we do not inspire this new generation through our words and the examples we set to do the same. I know that all of you will perform your jobs very well this year. You perform them with the highest levels of professionalism and perseverance. You perform them with a sense of deep care for our institution and the students we serve. You perform them with flexibility and humility, intensity, and alacrity. Of this, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind. But my expectation for each of you and for all of us together is that we will both hear and respond to that higher calling, that greater purpose, that much loftier reason for being at Bridgewater State University. And that, my friends and colleagues, is what has and will continue to define the Bridgewater way. It is what connects all of us who came before, all of those who came before us, and why our work is never finished. A century from now, when the class of 2114 is ready to enter our halls, and I won't be president then, those who follow in our footsteps will feel an even greater urgency, respond to an even bolder sense of direction, and heed an even louder call to action. Much like today, that will be a wonderful day, for they will have traveled so far and yet still have so very far to go, much like us. They will feel the energy and vigor of following a noble path, just as we do. And they will feel the warmth of our smiles as they embrace a mission that has connected us all through time and space. You've heard me say on many occasions that our lives are much more than just about ourselves. They're about that connectedness. They're about that sense of vision, mission, purpose that we hold so dearly at this institution. And what I can tell you about that, because it is so ingrained in this institution, and you can feel it everywhere you go, that we see the results of it. We see what our students are doing. We see what our faculty are able to accomplish. The reason I have my jacket on and I feel cool is because I just returned from Cambodia. You know, everything is relative. This is a cool day in Cambodia. But I returned from Cambodia, and on that trip back, which was a long, long plane ride, I had time to think and reflect about Bridgewater and about what we do and who we are. And I will tell you, you'll hear more today at Convocation. I hope you do have an opportunity to attend Convocation. You'll hear from Dr. Curry, and I won't say much about this because I know Kevin will talk a bit about this. But to be in a village where people who are suffering, sick, ill, ultimately dying because of a lack of clean water, to be in a village with those folks who now have clean water because someone at Bridgewater who is inspired, who had a sense of the world and that connectedness that we talk about, was able to spend that time in Cambodia to really make that possible. It was an incredibly moving and emotional moment for me to be standing at this water filter that Dr. Curry and our students and others had created, and to watch families having clean water, something that we take for granted. That's what this is about. So as we bring our students to this campus, as we teach them how to make a living, we must teach them how to make a life. And that is what the transformative power of education and Bridgewater are really about. It's about creating a more just and equitable world. It's about understanding that humanity is connected, and our role as educators is to really position our students and our people to be a motivating, inspirational part of that connectedness. So as we begin this year, and as I think about where we are and where we are going, know that that is the foundation of my thinking. What is the role of this institution now and in the future? And how do we position ourselves to take on that role and take it on with excellence and to really become a leader, not only in Massachusetts in public higher education, but a leader around the world in terms of our sense of humanity, our sense of righteousness, and our sense of justice. So with that, I've only got about 45 more minutes of this speech, so it'll be okay. With that, I just want to thank you. You know, as I walk around this campus and run into many of you or see what you're doing, and many times I know what you're doing and you don't know that I know it, but I do know what you're doing, and I am humbled to be in your presence, to be your president, to have the honor of serving you as you serve others. So I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for the role that you play at this institution, for your commitment to your colleagues and to students, and for your sense of greater purpose. It really is making a difference. So with that, I wish you the best this year, and I do hope to get a chance to, sometime during the course of the year, to get an opportunity to sit and talk with you and to really hear about all of what's going on in your particular area. So with that, thank you, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks.